Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope God has given you strength and you are still breathing right now. My name is Nashon Ayuko, and today we want to engage in analysis, political analysis of the current political happenings in our great nation, Kenya. And the topic I want to analyze is it going to be a handshake or is it going to be a handover as per the current happenings? Now, my friend, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe, you can like our videos, and you can also support us if you are interested in doing so. So welcome. Let's see. Right now, we have last week, Raila went Kamkunji, and out of Kamkunji, we have seen the declarations that the big enigma made on that day. That is, we call him Baba Agwambo Wonyalego. Yeah. So right now, what we have is a very funny situation and a very serious situation in this nation, because you don't know who is thinking what and who is calculating what and who is doing what. Because you see, when he went there, he made the declarations and he said categorically that they are not recognized the current president. Yani, you know what he said, you understand it. So I don't need to explain that. He had about 7 or 10 points there that he said that he wants these points to be put on the table, like opening of the server, the 2022 elections. So, and you have heard what the president had just said on the same day, that everything was in the portal, yeah? The Form 30C, everything, whatever. So there is a very grave situation in this nation as we speak. Most people are just taking it lightly, but the way we see it politically, the way we can understand it, because Raila, whatever he says, he means what he says. And right now, so as we are looking at the things which are going to happen or which we don't know, for me, I don't know. But the situation of the political landscape of this nation has changed drastically. Because when Ruto went to Kisumu, he was really warmly accepted. But now you see, after that, Raila made some strategic steps. And when he came back from South Africa, you saw what happened at Kamkunji. And you saw the multitude. At the time when I was posting my video, I said that you can't joke with Raila. He's not a man to underestimate, because he knows how to strategize. So Ruto is strategizing, and at the same time, the opponent is strategizing. So right now, we have a situation whereby the Azimio, Lord is saying that they don't, you know. So right now, what we have is a very serious situation, because we don't know what will happen next. Because when this thing gets into the minds of the common people and the life that they are now experiencing, even you, even me, we are experiencing a very difficult situation, because the living standard has gone up. Everything has skyrocketed. Yeah? You see right now the students, the MPs yesterday in Mombasa, they say they want the CDF money, because they have a very few months to the end of the year. They have not been given the money. Parents are taking children to the school, but when they go to the MP's office to look for the CDF, they are told there is no money here, and they need to take their children to the school. So you see these kind of situations. The price of unga has gone high. There is this issue of taxation, and some of these things are the things that Raila touched when he was addressing the big rally in Kamkunji. And you can see from the actions, the multitude that were there, how they were. Whenever Raila says something that is very critical and that's very vital, you can see the reaction. So, my friend, I'm praying that let's have peace in our nation, but let's not do things that we are going to regret. Like, for example, when right now, when people are talking, especially these leaders, those who are in the government and those even who are outside of the government, they must watch what they are saying, because you find some people, they are treating other, they're saying, we'll show you. So what do you want to show them? Because when you are talking these things, even the common people in the background there, at the grassroots data, they're also, they still have some pain and they are feeling it. And when they hear these things which are now taking place, whether they are true or they are not, it can do something which can change their mind, psychological thinking. They can say, okay, now this is what's happening, so what do we need to do? We are having a difficult life and these people are just, why don't they get to job? You see, so this thing, if Raila takes it to the place where he wants to take it, I don't know where, you will find that it is either going to be a handshake or else it's going to be a handover. Because when the people decide, because the constitution says that the people have got what you call the sovereign power. You see, it's sovereign power. So it is the people who have elected you leaders, into those posts. So they have the right. They can say, we don't need you. They can say, you are misleading us. They can say, oh no, it's time you get out. So the situation now is very tricky. Very tricky. So what we are saying that, please, wherever you are, maintain peace. This is our nation. We have nowhere to go. And don't do something. If you are a leader, don't agitate others, or don't say something that is going to anger others, because there are those people who are they're healing their wounds. Okay, so we have to watch what we are saying, and before you say what you want to say, you have to think about what you are going to say and how is it going to be taken after that, whatever you have done. So right now the situation is like that. So secondly, let's see what now we have what called the IBC thing, and it is there. The tribunal is continuing. The other time the president signed the, I don't know, whatever, for the IBC, for the selection of the committee that is going to make sure that everything runs through. So this is the right time that the president and the opposition leader Raila Odinga can sit down and see that whatever that commission, those people who are going to be elected or appointed to those posts must be people whose background must not favor either any of the sides, because it is very critical. This is where the election starts by selecting these guys. So if they can sit down and talk, and even the president, it can take time. He can, Raila is somebody who, if he calls and sits down and say, okay, Baba, let's do this. This is our nation. We can sit and talk. Then everything will go smoothly. But when they threaten one another, they just throw words to one another, it will get to the local people. And when the local wananchi gets that into their heart, that's where we are heading to, of which we are not supposed to get there. It will be very dangerous for the wananchi, or rather for the wanjiku. So right now, what these guys can do, they are political leaders. They can sit down, they can talk, they can do what is good for this nation. If the services is what is needed for the common people, let the Kanyakwanza do what is required by the law, because they promise the people that they will do 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D. Let it be done. Okay? So this is the time to sit down and talk. But if it goes past this, my friend, I tell you, it will not be the same, because Raila himself have said he doesn't want a handshake. So most time people have said, oh, he's doing this because he wants a handshake. Juzi akiwa Kamkunji, he said, I don't need a handshake. So what does that tell you? And you know, Raila is a mobilizer and he has his supporters, many of them. And right now, if you walk around, you find people saying, umze, afanyiwe haki yake. So even if the ground now is everything is changing now, they're saying, no, we are also suffering. So let the government do what they promise the people. The people are there, they can be governed, there is rule and rule, but let's have what is good for each and every single Kenyan. If you do that, even Raila will be quiet, because he will say, okay, this is happening, let's sit down. Even during Uhuru and Raila, who knew that they can sit and talk? They did it. So the only thing here is to sit down and talk and dialogue. Rather, rectify what is wrong and see which part or which area do we need to tackle as leaders of this nation. Then if that is done, everything will be good. But if it's not done in that way, everybody is shouting, the other one is shouting. No, that's like a man and a woman in the house. The woman is shouting and the husband is shouting. So there will be no peace in that house. Automatically, even the children, they will start crying. So the Wanjiku are the children, they will start crying, oh mama napika baba. So some will support baba, some will support mama, and then there will be a collision in the house. It will be a full-blown war in the house. So we are not expecting that to happen. These are politicians, they are leaders, they know what they're supposed to do to the nation and to the citizen. What the citizen wants is peace and services. Hello? So if you're watching this video, if you like it, you can subscribe, you can like it, you can support us. May God bless our great nation, Kenya. Amen. Bye.